Remember when the number sign was just the number sign or the pound key? Yeah, I remember that time. It was a simpler time. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Maple Rooski, for another Rooski Brewski review. And today the beer I have for you is by the Collective Arts Brewing Company down in Hamilton, Ontario. And today, I have a screecher of Way Before Hashtags. Way Before Hashtags is one of their collaboration projects. This is a West Coast IPA with spruce tips, coming in at 7.1% alcohol by volume and an unknown IBUs, not listed on this screecher, not listed on the website, and not listed on Untappd. So it's a mystery, but I'm very excited. West Coast IPA with spruce tips. As you can see, there's no real design, just the logo and some information on the back, which we'll get to, but we are going to pop this open. Oh, that's filled right to the tippy top. I may have an issue pouring this. We're going to pour with two hands. Can't pour with two hands. We need to pour with one. We've got a good firm grasp on this. Here's the IPA Spigaloo glass from Collective Arts, and we're going to do a nice pour not over my lap. Actually, that pours pretty nice. That was actually perfect. I thought I was going to spill a lot more, but it didn't. Looking at it, it is lighter in color. Sort of like a light yellow goldish color. Touch of off-white head on that. Looks really, really nice. Let's have a smell. Does that not just smell like a damn forest? Holy crap. Pine and spruce for days. Huge hoppiness coming off that. Wow. Grapefruit, some subtle notes of mango and citrus notes. It smells like a lot of beer. It smells very, very hoppy, very bitter, very, very bitter. But we gotta get into this and see if it's actually super bitter or not. Bitter in the beginning, really bitter, really piney, really sprucey, and then it flows into something a bit sweeter, more tropical fruits. Your mangoes, your pineapples, your oranges, your lemons really come out right in the mid to the finish, and it's a very quick flavored beer. The flavors are there, and then they're there, and then it's just chill, and it leaves you with a nice resiny, slightly more piney finish, which is actually really nice. It's not a huge strong finish, but it's just very subtle and very pleasant to have within in your mouth, kind of thing, if that makes sense. With that said, we gotta keep trying more, guys. Cheers on the final sip. Hell, this is the first sip. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Like I said, comes in very fast with some big sprucey, piney, hoppy bitterness, and then flows more into your sort of even like somewhat like apricot, citrus, pineapples, mangoes, dare I say even guava sort of flavors on the back end, and then leaving you with a nice slightly resiny, piney note as the lingering aftertaste, which for me it works beautifully. This is heavy hitting, but at the same time very, very easy and smooth to drink, very light on its feet, even with so much flavor packed into this beer. Really amazingly done. And you do get that West Coasty feel, that sort of caramelly maltiness going on, but it really works and intertwines well and flows well with the big pine and the spruciness of it. So far, damn good. Looking on the big Screecher bottle, which is I think just under a liter in size. It's 32 fluid ounces. It's Collective Arts Brewing right on the front, and on the back it reads, Art plus Brewing. Collective Arts fuses the craft of brewing with the inspired talents of emerging artists and musicians. Our brewery is dedicated to promoting artists and raising the creative consciousness through the sociability of craft beer. Crafted and brewed in Hamilton, California. Collective Arts Hamilton from 2015, Hamilton, Ontario. Very, very nice indeed. Now, when I got this at the brewery late last month, it was only available in Screechers. I couldn't get like a 4-pack, couldn't get single cans, which was fine by me. I like to have a lot of beer, but I'd also prefer some cans. But that's just the time that I was there, which is totally fine. Still, Screechers, very nice amount. It's a good amount for a single person because you can drink it yourself and not have to worry about really much of anything. But if it was in a growler, 2 liters almost, it'd be a bit much for just one sitting. That is a damn tasty beer. It does really taste like you are biting into a damn tree. But you get the aromas from the trees is what you're tasting in your mouth through this beer. And I think that's amazing because I just love the smell of spruce tips and pine and all that. It smells and tastes really good. Maybe I'm just weird, but some of you might be weird just like me, which is totally perfect. Moving on to the website now, collectiveartsbrewing.com. You come over to the way before hashtags wild collab. The style is a West Coast IPA with spruce tips. And there's a big description of the beer, which is awesome, so we're going to read that right now. This blast from the past West Coast IPA is a collaboration with our great friends at Wild Beer Co. from Somerset, UK. To make sure this was a true wild beer, we used freshly picked eastern white spruce tips in the whirlpool to enhance the citrus, pine, and resin characteristic that we matched using Simcoe and Columbus hops. We dry hopped with these hops and even threw in some Galaxy to make sure this old school West Coast IPA is truly memorable. 7.1% ABV. Flavored hops are Simcoe and Columbus, and the flavor are spruce tips. Ooh. Very cool indeed. Short and sweet description. I wish it did list maybe some food pairing, something like that, but it's really nice to see that they are listing the hops that they used, which is always awesome in my opinion. Moving over, actually the can looks really cool. It is a sort of like a light greenish color. I can't really see the front of what sort of art was on it, but still very cool indeed. Finally, we are going to move over to Untapped. Now, West Coast IPAs, I'm not a huge fan of. I enjoy them, but I do prefer more New England IPAs or just regular IPAs. But those spruce tips really just give it some bite. Really just make the beer more suit my flavor profile, which is amazing. Collective Arts does have a habit of making some pretty damn good IPAs in my opinion, and I'm always willing to try a new IPA for sure. IBU guess on this beer. I mean, I'm very used to IBUs. I want to put it at anywhere from 65. No, I want to put it at like 70 to 75 IBUs. Anybody from Collective Arts or anybody that knows more specifically, let me know down in the comment box below and see if I'm very close, but I say 70 to 75 IBUs. Finally, like I said, moving over to Untapped now. Way before hashtags, West Coast IPA with spruce tips has been given a 3.9 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of 448 ratings, which is great. I love that. I love it a lot. It's just a really delicious beer. I am super pumped about this beer. When I heard it, I'm like, I gotta have this, and I'm so happy I have. Cheers on the final sip, everyone. Let's get right to ratings. That is a treat. That is a hell of a treat. By far one of my favorite, or maybe is my favorite West Coast IPA. Those addition of spruce tips just really make it just what it is and just so special. Overall, Way Before Hashtags gets a solid 9.5 out of 10. Truly a great beer. All from the flavors to the mouthfeel to just everything about it, how smooth it goes down. It just blows my mind and makes me want more. And thank God I have a liter of it. Or, well, now less than a liter, but still thank God I had about a liter of it. Presentation wise, I can't really give presentation marks for the actual growler or the Screecher bottle because, it doesn't come in that regular can, but still, very nice bottle. A little bit of information on the back of the brewery, which is really, really cool. Nice big logo on the front. Looking at the can design from the picture that's here on the website, I like the color of it. A really, really nice choice of color. But for the website itself, good description. Very, very beautiful to see that. ABVs listed, no IBUs listed, which is a bit of a bummer. And also the flavor hops, which are used, are listed, which is perfect. And also just adding the flavor for the spruce tips, really, really cool. But yes, I would like to see IBUs and maybe some food pairings. I think that'd be kind of cool, guys. Also, one thing I want to note about the Screecher, maybe a calling card, a little card with a bit of information about the beer. That'd be really cool too. So presentation wise, for the little picture of the can and the website and this, I gotta give it a solid. I don't know. I can't really do it justice. I can't really give it a real rating. So I'm gonna leave it at a 7.5 for right now. But if I get my hands on an actual can or at least see it in person, I will definitely maybe drop a little thing in the comment box refreshing my presentation mark. But with all that said, guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want to review in the future, you can leave all the information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Mate Brewski, that'd be greatly appreciated as well. As for my question of the day, to you is, do you think other types of plants and trees and all that herbaceous stuff should be put into beers like these spruce tips? I mean, if it works, right? I think it should. I always like when people experiment with new flavors and new things to throw in a beer. That's what craft beer is. It's art. With all that said, guys, that's gonna do it for me, Mate Brewski. And like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.